Okay, so these ones here look a little bit more complicated, but just the same process. See where you've got the length of the arc? Right, what's the formula for that? Well, the circumference of a circle is pi d. But you don't have a full circle. You've got a certain number of degrees, call it A for angle, out of 360. Isn't that right? Your length is 1.03, so put your length in. A you don't know, pi, and your diameter. Remember that's the radius, so your diameter is the whole thing, so it's 12.4. Now I'm just going to rearrange this to get A on its own. So bring this across. It's a divide, so it will come across to be a multiply. See each of those? They're multiplying. So when you bring them across, they will both go to a divide in the bottom line equals A. So we'll show you how I put this into the calculator. So it's 1.03 times 360. Pressure equals, divided by. Now both of these are dividing in the bottom line. So open your brackets, divide it by pi times 12.4, close your bracket, and you get an angle of 9.5 degrees. Now I'm just going to do a wee quick check there. So 9.5 divided by 360 times pi times my diameter, which is 12.4, should give me 1.03, and it does. Okay, it's always good to know that. So the area of a sector is your angle out of 360. Remember the area formula is pi r squared. Now you're told your area is 9.23. Your angle over 360 times pi times 4.6 squared. Now, I'm going to try to get the A out. This is dividing, so when you bring it across here, it becomes multiplying. You see your pi and your 4.6 squared, all of that's multiplying. So when you bring it over here, all becomes dividing on the bottom line to leave you your A. So I'll show you how you do that in the calculator. 9.23 times 360, pressure equals, divided by, open brackets, pi times 4.6 squared, close your brackets, equals. So that would round to 50 degrees. And I'm just going to do a wee check. So it's 50 degrees out of 360 times pi times r squared should give me an area of 9.23, and it does. Now, number 3. So it's find the radius. So I've got the length. So how do you find the length of an arc? It's the angle out of 360 times pi d. So your length is 4.89. And I'm trying to get the diameter first of all. This 360 is dividing, so if you bring it across, it becomes multiplying. And you see your 35 and your pi, they're both multiplying the d. So when you bring it over, they both become dividing. So I will put that in the calculator. 4.89 times 360, pressure equals, divided by, open your brackets, 35 times pi, close your brackets. So my diameter is 16, so my radius is half that, 8 centimetres. And the last one, area is 220 over 360 times pi r squared. You're told the area is 19.66 times pi times r squared. Now if you bring this across, it becomes multiply times 360. See your 220 and your pi, they're both dividing when they come across, and you're left with r squared. So 19.66 times 360 equals, divided by, open brackets, 220 times pi, close brackets. So I have got r squared is 10.24. Bringing your square over, opposite of square is square root. So just square root your answer in your calculator, and you get r to be 3.2 centimetres.